Hello. It's been a while, and today I'm actually gonna take a look at a brand that is not Hot Wheels. I'm gonna. I don't have anything in front of me right now because I'm gonna pick out something from my shelf. So recently, I've been kind of more foraying outside of Hot Wheels. I've always had a few Matchboxes that I've never taken a close look at, but then I started getting into other, like even more premium companies. I started looking into Greenlight, Auto World, Johnny Lightning, and I'm also looking into Tomica and then Mini GT, but I don't have these just yet. So I'm gonna take a look at my first non-Hot Wheels model, actually non-Hot Wheels, non-Matchbox model, and it's right here, right from my shelf. Probably the one with the most famous movie vehicles, even though this one is technically not based on the movie, technically. It is the 1973 Ford Falcon XB GT. And this is from Greenlight. And this was my first taste with Greenlight. And I think there's a lot to talk about. So this thing, I think, costed around $10 in total on Amazon. And it's a premium model. It's a premium Greenlight. So I didn't know it then, but like Greenlight, like Hot Wheels and many diecast companies, have a premium as well as a basic. With the premium, you get a metal body, metal base, rubber wheels, rubber tires, and they also have kind of a more basic range. Just focus a little bit, like these ones here. They're still really nice. I still love them. Like they're for Greenlight, they're basic, but for a lot of companies, they can be considered premiums as well. The only difference is instead of a metal base, it has a plastic base, but still rubber wheels. Still very well done. I'll probably talk about it one day when I get the chance. But the model at hand, it's the 73 Ford Falcon XB GT. Wow, thanks motorcyclists. I have no idea if this is going to pick up on the phone, on the microphone, but it's pretty loud outside because New York City and all that. And the first thing you gotta notice is how detailed this thing is, and like it's really beautiful. It's a work of art. The metal is extremely well done, and it's really smooth. It's hard to describe, but a lot of Hot Wheels models feel really smooth, but there are also some that don't. Like this, like the quality, the finish is amazing. And you can see there's all kinds of details, the front lights and back lights, and these are not like painted. These are actual plastic inserts here, plastic inserts here. But I think the white is probably painted, would be my guess. Yeah, it looks like it's painted. And it got the engine up here. You see the painted window brush, however you say it in English. There's the and this is kind of the problem I have with Greenlight after all of these great, like, but just overall, I think this is an amazing model. This is from the Black Bandit range, which I bought this kind of a Mad Max model because obviously the Ford Falcon XB GT is obviously most famous for Mad Max and Mad Max series of movies. This is technically not. I bought this thinking it was, but it's very, very close. I actually have another actual movie version from Greenlight coming in soon, and I hope to share it with you guys when I get it. The problem I have with Greenlight is they have a lot of extra pieces, which is great, but the problem is these pieces are not always quality. You can see here, yeah, the spoiler is not completely straight. It goes like this, a little dips down on one side. It probably looks okay on camera, but if you have it in real life and you're obsessed with tiny details like I am, you might be a little annoyed. I don't know what's the best way to put it on camera, but trust me on that. So that is one problem, but like I said, overall it's a great model. And on the underside, you see extremely detail. And here you see the pipes here. That's a second of my two problems. Like I have only two problems with this car, and I only have problems because this is an expensive premium model, and since everything is so amazing, like the smallest blemish seems problematic. The pipes are really intricate, they're really delicate, but this pair is fine. But the ones over here are like trying to fall off. You see, I can't do that with this here, and I don't know why. I want to say this is not glue. The pair on the left, this is not glued either. I think it's just something with the model that keeps it in place, while this one here is a little more loose. I'm not afraid. I think it's gonna be alright, but I'm also afraid that it might just fall off one day. Yeah, so I don't know how that works really, but that is a problem. So this part is always trying to get, and it's tiny, it's flimsy, so I'm also afraid that it might just break off one day, which will be obviously more or less unfixable. And obviously Greenlight are not designed to be rolled. Well, I mean, they're designed to be rolled. They roll, but they're not designed to be like track stars, like Hot Wheels. So I'm gonna put it on the desk for a little joyride. Focus, thank you. And it rolls alright. I mean, it rolls, but it's a little bumpy. So there's probably that the wheels or the axles or something is not optimized for rolling. But obviously, you're not going to roll it most of the time either. Oh, and another small detail, you can see the side mirrors here. Yeah, actually painted as well. So overall, this is an amazing model, and it's not super expensive. I think Lamley Group, obviously everyone knows who Lamley is, so if you're into die-cast 164, obviously you know who Lamley is. And Lamley has a, well, actually not Lamley, I'm sorry, that's bad, but there's another YouTuber I've watched that calls Greenlight the Hot Wheels of premium models. I think that's pretty fair. Or maybe is Lamley, I don't know, someone did say that on YouTube somewhere. I think it's pretty fair, like they're kind of the intro. They're still very well done. They're premiums 100%, but they also have some production problems that they're not able to completely eradicate. But I think overall, this is a great model. Black Bandit, great series for Greenlight collectibles. They have, I think in the same range, there's a VW bus that I'm curious about. But yeah, Greenlight. And speaking of Greenlight, I said I have an actual Mad Max for Falcon coming in, and I also got one of the Greenlight dioramas. And this is, I think it's safe to say these are the more basic range because they don't have the metal base. I have what they call the spring brake. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp a little. Hopefully that didn't pick up on the mic. They call this spring brake, and it's really nice. I'm just gonna pick out the 4 vehicles here. Just have a quick look. Oh, I don't want to break anything. This is hard. This is like barely enough clearance. Okay, this is probably better. Like this. Uh-oh. Careful. Okay, got it now. And obviously there's the 2 VW right here, and another figure from up here. So this is a more basic stuff, but I think they're still very well done. Like for a lot of companies, this would be considered to be premium. Like if for Matchbox, I think Matchbox premiums still have plastic bases. And for like Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunts, they'll still have plastic bases. But I think it doesn't really matter at the end of the day whether it's plastic or metal base, right? You want to look at the level of intricate detail. So even for quote unquote basic Greenlights, this is the a Ford 150 Raptor, and done in kind of lifeguard kind of style. You see the logo right here. Focus, yeah. Oh wow, it picks up really well. Like, I don't have the greatest of eyesight, so I don't really even see this kind of detail every day, but you can see it picking up on the camera really well. Like, I love this set. I got it pretty cheap on Amazon, but you can find it on Amazon, you can find it on eBay. I think this set probably, with shipping costs, I think less than $25, which is pretty good, I would say. Let's get to the Jeep Wrangler. And Jeep Wrangler, again, was the production problems. You see, Greenlight has a lot of like small assembly, small pieces. and you see this part is actually not perfectly glued down, and I don't know if there's any way to fix it. Normally you don't see it, so it's fine. But like those intricate details are really well done. And even this is rubber tires, which it's proper rubber. If you don't know, if you like Hot Wheels, if you find the premium models, like the spare tires never have actual tires. So I think this is a great model, and I think that all of this is actual proper 164 as well. Does it say here? No, I don't think it says, but all of this is proper 164, so you see the Jeeps are actually a little smaller than the Hot Wheels ones. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually closer to a proper 164. And before I go to my favorites, because I love some VW buses, I'm going to talk about the figures. These are also provided. I think people that actually want to make more scenery knows that 164 scale figures are impossible to find, more or less. You can find them, they're just like super expensive, like it's not even funny. So I mean, this guy look at his face, it's terribly painted, but you basically get it, the side thing, and if you don't look too close, it's pretty good. Like if you're looking at it, like put it next to a car, and obviously this guy's designed to go with the Ranger Raptor. Oh my god, serious? Yeah. And if you look at it from a distance, it looks pretty good. And there's another figure, a female character with a dress and a handbag, or purse. No, it's more of a purse. And I think she can probably go with. You can put her with the Jeep. You can put her with the VW buses or the pickup. It looks pretty nice from a distance. None of these figures at 164 is going to be great unless, I don't know, you're willing to shout out $20, which I'm not. No, like I can get like 4 or 5 cars at that price. I'm not getting a tiny figure for it, especially when the cars are the main point here. Here's a tiki bar, right? I think, yeah, beachside tiki bar. This is the VW Type 2 T2 pickup, and I just love this design. I have a lot of them already. If you can see over there, I got a Hot Wheels one, another Hot Wheels one, another Hot Wheels one, and up here I have the pickup as well. I think it just looks really good. And this is the T2 version. It says beachside tiki bar. It's got some really intricate details. Got the lights, got the logo. Like with Greenlight, even the basic models are extremely detailed, and there's nothing you can worry about. And again, like the finish is really good. Finally, my favorite. This is the T2 bus. It's the Type 2 T2 bus with the surfboard. Like, look at how pretty this paint is. So I don't think Greenlight is like the best out there, but I feel like if you're getting like premium models that are really nicely decorated, really intricately detailed, I think they're a good choice. I think they're definitely competitive with Hot Wheels premium models. It's like car culture. Car cultures are probably going to win out a little, but I think they're also a little more expensive than like a basic Greenlight model. I can't be sure about that actually, but I think they're definitely comparable. And I do have some more Greenlight coming in. So I'm not an expert on Greenlight. I've only just started, but I do also have some other brands coming in. Ooh, I'm screwing it the wrong way. That's why it's getting tighter. So I also have some other brands I want to look at. So these two are Johnny Lightning models. When I went to Kmart a while ago, I picked up these two models. I think they're great. I'll probably talk about them sometime. And there's also Auto World, this model. And I got two Corvettes over there I'll talk about one day. There's another Corvette over there. I have some Tomica coming in. I have a Mini GT. So I'm curious. Like a couple months ago, I thought I would never look at another brand other than Hot Wheels because that would be too expensive. Now I've started to look more into other brands, and I was 100% right. These are much more expensive than Hot Wheels, especially Hot Wheels mainlines. But I think it's worth it. I think it's always worth it to look into the other brands, see how this whole industry does, and gives me a lot of incredible models to look at, so I'm never going to complain about that. So coming back to what I started with, Greenlight, I think it's definitely worth checking out, but I mean, nobody needs me saying that, right? They're a pretty formidable brand already. But more importantly, I think this is an awesome muscle car. Black Bandit is it's a really cool series if you like black cars, like full jet black cars, which I do. If you look at my shelf, it's pretty colorful, but there's quite a few fully black cars as well. And the police is out right now, outside. Perfect. What is it? Ford Falcon XP great car, and I'm gonna get a Mad Max version so I can do a little comparison. Great movie. I'll probably talk about the movie more when I get that specific model. And I'm definitely trying out more brands and see how that goes. So thank you for watching.